I heard someone that once said if the world will not come to end Islam, Islam may probably end the world. And that probably may be a fact. For what I can see, currently, Islam is becoming a virus. And we're going to come back to that later. But let's see what I want to discuss today. And this is the recent rhetoric. I really don't know what I call this man. But from what this man is pouring, this rubbish out of his mouth, and kids will be surprised that his wisdom do come with old age, or do old age come with wisdom. But in the case of this man, or whatever we want to call him, it's quite different. As we speak, there's some elders in Nigeria right now that if you really want to know how stupid they can be, just give them a little money and you will see how they will compromise on their integrity. I've seen a video of a woman sharing rice in Osun State. That in itself should be illegal. That woman should have been arrested by now, but is still walking around with police guiding her. What am I saying here is that is electoral malpractice in itself. That is electoral malpractice, and that is going on in Nigeria, and nobody said anything about it. A woman publicly coming out to give people rice and telling them that their children will not be prosper if they will not vote for the person who gives them that rice. And I also see Nigeria cannot progress because we have those Nigerians that will keep collecting rice. They are stupid because very soon, kuli and gari, that will be the next thing they will distribute because that is what your life worth. Keep collecting rice from all these useless politicians. You all keep collecting rice, thinking Nigeria will be better. How can a country be better when all we think about of our politician is rice? How can we make meaningful of a country that majority of that people, all they think about is rice? They think about rice. They never think about how they will get a better, a well-structured school. They never think about how the government hold them a stable electricity. No, all they think about is rice. One version is giving a Ziploc bag that they put rice in it. And now the other version is doing what? They load a truck full of bread and they are throwing it as they are driving around. They are throwing that bread to people, to their slaves. And those slaves are doing what? They are running out, picking the bread. That is what they are here to do. They can't think more than bread. Cost of living is skyrocketing. Yet, they cannot stand against people that are putting them in perpetual poverty. Yet, they will run after their bread. They will come for their rice. And after 4 years, they will continue the same thing again. And they hope Nigeria will be better because they're looking for Messiah. They want to change Nigeria. Yet, they themselves fail to change. They fail to stop selling their votes. We keep talking every day and night. Stop selling your vote. Demand for a good governor. No, they won't do that. And now we have this old haggard man. Just because of a little money that they were able to put in his pocket and it was out there. This man just opened his mouth. And anything come out of that mouth lack wisdom. You will never see them preach love. You will never see them preach humanity. Because they've allowed religion to overtake their ability to think constructively. They can't preach to convince people that Islam is good. But they will rather come with force and start abusing everyone that do not take Islam. Telling them, wanna. If you look at people that practice Islam in Nigeria, it's very difficult for their teachers, to raise a generation that can move country forward. They raise people with anger. They raise people with hatred. If they do not follow your religion, kill them. Why can't their leaders raise them, teach them love, humanity, before religion? So if Nigerians kind of go into chaos today, will you be able to practice your religion? I don't understand this Muslim. And that is why we need to look into this Islamic religion. Tell me, because as far as I'm concerned, God is not Muslim and God is not Christian. God created us to worship Him in love. It's like religion has become a burden that takes our ability to think constructively. Even in Christianity today, you will see a professor that will sit under a man and that man can tell that professor to go and eat grass. And the professor will go and eat that grass in the name of religion. He will go there and eat the grass. Religion has made us to become puppets, stupid, people that cannot think constructively. Why did God give us brain? But yet we create this occultic organization called religion for ourselves. And that is not what Jesus brought to us. He brought the kingdom of heaven to us on earth. But yet we turn it to chaos, something that could have bring us peace. It creates enmity among us. So let's watch the video. I want us to look at this video.
Safin wannan kalma mu nuna wa duniya ƙarya kafirai suke da suka ce sun fi mu yawa a Najeriya, ƙarya suke yi. Ba don Allah ya taimake mu nace Muslim ba mai ragon jini sai ya ce sun fi mu yawa. Da aka buga Allah ya taimake mu muka kwantara su da ƙasa, su zo na biyu ma ba su zo ba. Ko sun zo? Sai na uku bayan murɗiyarsu duka. Da haka ƙuri'a ta musulunci ce. Jama'ar musulmi ta kufa. To kar wani ya rude.
If you watch that video carefully from beginning to the end, you realize there's a governor, the high top-ranking Nigerian official sitting at that event. And they all allow this man to continue spewing out rubbish because it suits their ego. And for the fact that the president did not come out to condemn this rubbish is appalling as something that can cause a country to go into religious war. Yet, Nigerian president will not come out and condemn something of this stupidity. Our leadership, when it comes to APC, is a different thing entirely to them. And I don't think Nigeria should condone things like this. You see, we need to come to the understanding that Nigeria should be our priority and not religion. As far as I'm concerned, Islam is a virus that will plague any country that allow it to exist. Just look at the northern part of Nigeria. It's the most underdeveloped part of Nigeria. Why? Islam. Islam is the major reason why that part of the country cannot develop. Of recent, I'll see some elderly people. They are doing mass weddings. And most of those ladies they married to them are in their youthful age. Mass wedding. Is that what they need? We can't even do anything meaningful in Nigeria that the Northern can support. You see, we should not stand for something like this. And I believe 2027 should be a wake-up call for every Nigeria that we have a vice president that is Muslim and we have president that is Muslim. Now I want to ask the Muslim people, do you go to petrol station today in Nigeria because you are a Muslim? Were you able to buy petrol cheaper than Christian in Nigeria? Because you are a Muslim, do you go to the market and buy food cheaper? Because you are a Muslim, were you able to pay a reduced fee for your education? Can we just think beyond religion once in our life? Can we stop thinking about religion and think about Nigeria as a country? Because you see these politicians, the only time you think they are divided is during election, during campaign. They can say all sorts of things to each other. But after that, they are united. They are never divided because they are very united in looting Nigeria. Very united when it comes to keeping Nigerian poor. And that is why they can give you rice and it will look like they are doing you a favor. That is why they will throw bread at you and it will look like they are doing you a favor. Is it not stupid that you leave your house to go and collect a sachet of rice while your kids, your children will not have access to a quality education? The way you are going in Nigeria right now, if you don't know, is a fact. The way you guys are going in Nigeria, keep collecting rice, keep collecting bread, keep selling your vote. One thing that is sure that I can tell you for a fact is that you see your children, they will become slaves to the children of the politician. It's as simple as that. Your children can never have a head on in life because the environment is not created for them. The environment you see right now is for the politicians' children. Just like Wike is introducing his boy to politics, just like Tinubu is bringing Sheyi to politics now. You serve their father. Your children will also serve the children of the politician. If you keep collecting money from politicians, you cannot blame them for not performing. You have no moral right to want to hold any politician accountable for not performing. If you sell your vote, if you collect rice, mami, tẹ́ bá ń gba owó lọ́wọ́ olóṣèlú, tẹ́ bá ń gba ìrẹsì, tẹ́ ń gba búrẹ́dì, ẹ lẹ́nu ọ̀rọ̀ láti sọ pé wọn ò ṣe dáadáa o. Tẹ́ bá délé ìwòsàn, tẹ́ ẹ rí ìtọ́jú tó péye gbà, ẹ lè kanra mọ́ olóṣèlú kankan lórí ẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin lẹ ta ilé ìwòsàn ọ̀fẹ́ tó péye, ẹ̀yin lẹ ta ilé ẹ̀kọ́ tó yè kooro, ẹ̀yin lẹ ta á. Tẹ bá fẹ́ ilé ẹ̀kọ́ tó yè kooro, tẹ fẹ́ ìwòtàn sọ pé ẹ yé ta ìbò yín, ẹ yé gba ìrẹsì, ẹ yé gba búrẹ́dì. Ẹ ti ń gbà látọjọ́ ẹ̀, nǹkan kan ò yí padà. Ẹ tiẹ̀ má gbà lọ́dún yìí, kẹ wá wò bóyá àárín kan tó máa yí padà, kẹ dìbò fẹ́ni tó tọ́ àtẹni tó yẹ. Bó bá jẹ́ Tinubu lẹ rò pé ó lè ṣe, ẹ dìbò fún. Bó jẹ́ Òbí lẹ rò pé ó lè ṣe, ẹ dìbò fún. Bó jẹ́ Ọmọyẹlé Sowore lẹ rò pé ó lè ṣe, ẹ dìbò fún. Bó jẹ́ Atiku, ẹ dìbò fún láì gbowó, láì gbà rẹsì, láì gbà nǹkan kan. Tẹ bá sì rẹni tó lè ṣe, tẹ mà pé jó lóòótọ́ èèyàn tí ò lówó, ẹ parapọ̀, kẹ kówó jọ, kẹ fi rán irú ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ kó lọ di gómìnà fún yín. Ẹ rí àyípadà, ẹ rí gbà tuntun. Àmọ́ tẹ bá sì dúró lórí pé wọn ó gbowó, wọn ó gbà rẹsì kí n tó dìbò, àwọn ọmọ yín wọn ó ṣe ẹrú fún àwọn ọmọ olóṣèlú. Tẹ́ ẹ bá mọ̀, wọ́n ní kò yẹ kí bàbá jìyà, kí ìyá jìyà kọ́mọ náà tún wá gbé. Àwọn nǹkan tí mo máa ń gbọ́ lẹ́nu àwọn àgbà nìyẹn, kọ́mọ tún wá gbé igbá ìyà yẹn, kò yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Àmọ́ ọ̀nà tẹ́ ń tọ̀ yìí, ọ̀nà pé kọ́wọn ọmọ yín kan tún padà gbé igbá ìyà, kan gbé igbá ìṣẹ́, òun lẹ́ ń tọ̀. Àwọn tán sì wà lókè náà máa gbádùn, àwọn women leader yín náà máa gbádùn, kéékèèké máa tọ́ sí wọn lẹ́nu. Àmọ́ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ jẹ́ party member, tẹ́ lè dúró lórí pé àfolóṣèlú òṣì, tẹ́ lè dúró lórí pé àfolóṣèlú tó ń pín owó, àfẹ́ olóṣèlú tó ń pín ìrẹsì. Àwa èèyàn gidi tó lè ṣe aṣojú wa là ń wá. Tẹ́ bá lè dúró lórí irú ẹ̀, ṣe rí ìrẹsì tẹ́ ń gba iná lẹ̀ gbà títí tẹ́ fi jáde láyé, kò lè ju bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ẹ̀yin ní ti jẹ dòdò, ẹ lè sọ òdodo mọ́. Àbí ọ̀rọ̀ wo ló wà lẹ́yìn tẹ́ fẹ́ sọ nígbà tẹ́ ti ta ìbò yín? Ẹ fẹ́ sọ pé gómìnà yóò ṣe dáadáa, ẹ gbowó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ kẹ́ tó dìbò. Ẹ máa yọ owó iyebíye táwọn àwọn gómìnà yìí tán máa ń ná kán tó wọlé. Ẹ wá bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ pé wọn ò ṣe dáadáa. Béèyàn bá náwó sórí ìbò, ó di dandan kó pa owó ẹ̀ padà. Àbẹ́ rò pé ẹ̀yin lẹ ránṣẹ́, ẹ̀yin kọ́ lẹ rán mọ́. Tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ ni tí ó ṣàṣeyọrí yín ní tòótọ́ àti lódodo, ẹ̀yin fúnra yín lẹ ràn. Àmọ́ béèyàn bá wá tó wá ń bẹ̀ yín pé ẹ dìbò fún mi, ẹ gbowó, irú ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ jalè ni, olè ló fẹ́ jà. Ẹ wá àwọn èèyàn láàrin ara yín, tẹ̀lé wo ojúlé sójúlé, kẹ́ wo àwọn agboolé yín, kẹ́ wò pé ọmọ yìí da ojúlóòótọ́ èèyàn. Ẹ pé wá ṣàṣojú fún wa, a fẹ́ kó lọ di gómìnà wa, kó lè bá wa tún agbègbè wa ṣe. Ẹ má jẹ́ kó ná kọ́bọ̀ lápò ara ẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin ni kẹ́ dá owó jọ, kẹ́ fi ràn lọ. Ìgbà yẹn lẹ máa gbádùn ìjọba. Ìgbà yẹn lẹ máa gbádùn kan tí wọ́n pè ní democracy, ìjọba àwa ara wa. Ìgbà yẹn lẹ lè gbádùn ẹ̀. Àmọ́ tẹ́ bá ti ráwọn tán lọ gbé owó bìtìbìtì wá, tán wá ń pín fún yín, ìyà náà fẹ́ fi jẹ yín o. Ìyà náà fẹ́ fi jẹ yín. Ẹ sá kúrò ní ìdí òṣèlú tàbòtàbò. Ẹ sá kúrò ní ìdí òṣèlú ràbòràbò. Ẹ tẹ̀lé olóṣèlú tọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ mọ́. Àwọn olóṣèlú kan wà ń sìn tó jẹ́ pé owó tó yẹ kán fi tún ilé ìwé ṣe, wọ́n ti jí ńgbà kan sẹ́yìn, tán ti jí, wọ́n wá ń padà bọ̀ tó fẹ́ ṣe sínétọ̀ lé yín lórí. Ẹ sì gbà fúrú ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀. Ó mà ṣe o. Ó mà ṣe o. Wẹ́ àbọ̀rọ̀ là ń sọ fọ́mọlúàbí tó bá dénú àdòdìndí. Àwọn nǹkan tí mò ń fi hàn yín lórí àwòrán ẹ̀, bí ilé ìwé ṣe yẹ kó rí nìyẹn. Ẹ rí ilé ìwé alákọ̀ọ́bẹ̀rẹ̀, ẹ rí ti girama, ẹ rí bó ṣe rí. A ti ń tàbọ̀ ọjọ́ ti pẹ́, àráyípadà o. Ẹ má yẹ ká tàbò mọ́, ẹ má yẹ ká gba ìrẹsì tàbí búrẹ́dì mọ́. Ẹ yẹ ká wá olóòótọ́ láàrin ara wa tó lè ṣàṣojú fún wa. Ọ̀nà tẹ́ fi lè bọ́nú ìyà àti ìṣẹ́ nìyẹn. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi sí yín kò jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Bó bá jẹ́ pé ó dùn yẹn, má fi ṣèbínú o. Báwọn kan sílé kan tí mo ní kí n ya yín o. Bó bá bí yín nú, ẹ má fi ṣèbínú. Àmọ́ àgbúrò òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ńlẹ̀ ká má sọ. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá fẹ́ àyípadà rere àti àlàáfíà lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí, ẹ̀yin gangan ni kẹ́ ẹ kọ́kọ́ yíra yín padà o. Ìgbà yẹn àlàáfíà lè jọba. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi ò jù báyìí lọ o. Mo rí yín ná. Ó dìgbà.